What's up, guys? This is going to be a quick video on our new indicator. This indicator is going to be called Ekitai, and based off of the Japanese word for liquid. It's initially, while working on the indicator, just looking for some cool names, liquidity, liquid, and eventually we got this. So you may have seen some images in the Discord, but this indicator is going to have a few functions, map out a few key points that might be worth looking into automatically, so you don't have to go back and mark it out yourself on your chart. It's supposed to make your life a lot easier, act as really good confluence for when you're trading with Seihai, or if you're just trading, looking for targets, looking for liquidity that might not have been taken yet. So yeah, let's get into it. Our first section here is liquidity section. The way that it maps it out is using a lower and upper bound. So there's two numbers, and that just kind of looks at swings. So a higher number is going to detect some higher swing liquidity, and then lower number will detect more shorter swing liquidity. So it really just looks for like higher highs followed by lower highs, indicating a pivot point. And it give you some of these bounds, so it'll look for everything between a 3 to 10. This is just like the recommended settings. You can fiddle around with it and see like how sensitive you want it to be. And then you have an option to show your taken liquidity, which will just keep the liquidity on the chart if it's taken or not. So actually, let me go ahead and enable that and show you what it's like. The liquidity colors are down here. So buy side liquidity, it's just cyan right now, and sell side liquidity is also cyan. So you can set it to whatever you'd like. Change the width, change the dash style, make it easier to differentiate. It's up to you. One more thing about this indicator is that when we get to the later, as you can see, like with these yellow lines is the point of controls. If if you want this to work on historical bars, then you need to have this tick replay enabled. Tick replay is just all you need to do is go to your options, and then in market data enable tick replay here, and it's just gonna allow you to replay the historical tick data tick by tick. So yeah, this is what the liquidity looks like. It's pretty nice, I think. It gets a little bit clustered, so if you don't want the taken liquidity to stay on the chart, all you need to do is uncheck that box. Give it a second to load, because every time it needs to go through all the tick data. I try to code it as efficiently as possible, so it shouldn't take more than like a few minutes to load at a time. If you're loading about like 10 days of data, took my computer around like 2 minutes. But you can see here a lot cleaner. We have some potential liquidity points that we might use. So it's great to have it done all automatically. You don't have to go and mark it out yourself. And then we have our point of control. So the point of controls, we're allowing up to 3 at the moment. Don't really see any reason to offer more than that, but if we do need to, it's easy to implement. But you choose the time frame, so I can choose a 60-minute up here, maybe a 30-minute for the second one, and then like a 4-hour for the third one. Each one has a setting that will extend some POCs if you want. You can see right now on the chart, like these are all marked out for their respective time, but if I extend like one of them, then it will extend the however many you put in the settings. So, and that loads in a second. You can see that this one gets extended here. So, let me change the colors. Make this one pink. Make this one cyan. And yeah, so this feature is usually something that you can only get with the Order Flow Plus software, which is subscription based, or like a one-time fee of like 1,500 with NinjaTrader. But I found a workaround that allows us to get these really nice looking point of controls. So yeah, this is another great confluence. I know that Sempo uses, um, and it goes really well with the Say Hi indicator as well. Once again, you can change all the colors, dash styles, and the widths if you want. And then 0 disables these. So then another thing that we added was volume candles. So these candles are going to be changing color kind of like reactively to price, to volume, I mean. So you have a look back period, and the current candle is going to change color relative to the last 20 candles. So if you enable opacity candles, what it does is that, as you can see here, the more volume that we have, the brighter the color is going to be. So if I just pull up the regular volume indicator, you'll see that like these two bars are bright colors, and that corresponds to really high spikes in volume, high spike in volume here, high spike in volume here, over here as well, high spikes in volume here and here. So there's another great confluence. If you see like a bunch of volume going into a gap, a bunch of volume coming out of gap, or if you don't see the color changing much, like the color is very dull, could be like some sort of fake move, fake out or something like that. So just another good confluence to use. It's really visual, which I really like, and it looks really sick too. Another add-on that we have for that is that if you want as well, you don't even have to enable the opacity if you don't want that. You can just highlight. So if you give it a percentage, so like if I want to highlight like I want to highlight above 90% volume for the for the look back period, I will just include this like highlight feature, and then it will highlight the color, so actually change the color entirely. So this gives it an even more like dramatic effect. So like these yellow or orange and cyan colors are different than the colors are on my chart, and I know that these candles have really heavy volume in them. And yeah. And then finally, just I have some really simple daily levels, daily high, daily low, and the daily midpoint as well. So as you can see, the daily high from here, daily low, and then the midpoint. The midpoint is really good for scalping. As the day progresses, obviously these levels are going to change, but having it on your chart is really useful, as well as you change the plots here as well. So this is the indicator. I think we're pretty much set on having these features. As of right now, I've only done this in NinjaTrader. Going to do my very best to replicate it across the different platforms, but we'll see how it goes, because I already know for Quant Tower that it's not going to be possible to get the point of controls without paying for their subscription, which really sucks. But I'm going to do my best. Some of these features like might not have one-to-one capabilities in other platforms. I'm gonna do my best to make it as good as possible, obviously. So yeah, just wanted to give you guys a peek. This will be available soon. We're planning on rolling it out soon, and yeah, stay tuned. Thanks.